We are joining you tonight for another Sunday Live to talk about Mass Page. We're going to talk about directory templates tonight. We're going to talk about Siphon a little bit and what's on your mind as well. So welcome to a Sunday Live. We appreciate you being here with us. Steven's to my right, if you're looking at the screen. We are joining you and thank you for joining us already. Mass Page. We're going to talk about direct. Do you see us on live on the two pages? I think we are, right?
I'm just looking now, and also very exciting. I'm about to make us live on my page as well.
Oh, you figured that out?
Yeah, using OneStream and OBS.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm hoping that on my own one that this is going out. I won't know properly unless I go and look in a minute, but it's worth a test.
Yeah.
It's all been fun at the moment. Everything I've been doing, and what a week I've had. Getting the plugin right on this directory site has been mad. And the thing is, I took on board what some of the guys have been saying to me. I had a few messages and people going, look, whilst we don't mind a paid plugin, the whole point of the Themes Club was for it to be free upgrades for those that got in on a lifetime deal. So I've managed to find all the plugins are GPL licensing, so there's no problems with using them. We've made sure of that, and the same with the theme as well. So fingers crossed. A bit later on when I demo it and I show you what this can do, and we've still got a few tweaks to do yet. We've got like all the schema stuff in the background to add, but the basics of it is there, you see. So
right.
But so it's getting there.
That's the way it is. It's always moving the can up the water or up the hill a little further and just a little bit further each time. So so you'll have something that you'll be able to show today, maybe as a demo.
Yes, absolutely. I said there would be, and there is.
Okay.
And the demo's looking really good. Awesome. I'm pleased to say.
Awesome.
So I'm very excited, and it's just a case of seeing how it all goes and try it out really. So
cool.
I think that's going to be the key to it.
Awesome. So did you have a good week?
Yes, very good week actually. A bit
busy,
mad,
but good. Yeah.
Sorry. Well,
busy but good, right?
Well, we got the kids off at the moment, so my day comprises of get up in the morning, both me and my partner sort out breakfast for the kids, then we do schooling from 8:30 through to midday, have some lunch, and then I'm out into my office to crack on with all the tasks I've got, from creating Lead Simplify videos, because I've been updating them for Lead Simplify, to supporting my own clients, to putting training together for people who are in Lead Gen Magic, and what else I've been doing, and of course this wonderful pulling my hair out directory site, which I'm so pleased it's there. So
awesome.
So tonight I'm going to show. We're going to probably go into Mass Page, fill in a few bits on your form, Daryl.
Okay.
Pull that up to the front page. But the bit I want to show people is the actual directory site part working, more so than transferring data from Magic Page, from your Magic Page, as I call it, Magic Form.
Okay.
But it's running really well. I'm really pleased, and it's been tested on the hosting with Lead Gen Magic and also all the hosting that Martin supplies. So
perfect.
So it is very reliable. And after two people reached out to me, I know Tim was one of them, and I've got someone else on Facebook that I've completely forgotten who it was who reached out to me. Both of those guys are going to get copies. So are you, Daryl.
Okay.
And so what the plan is to test it over the next few days and make sure it's reliable. That's going to be the key. That's what I want.
What did you think of the sneak peek of MPP last night? during the UFC fight,
Well,
and Mike decided to take a break and show us a little sneak peek of the plugin.
I'd seen a sneak peek before the sneak peek.
I see. Yeah.
So very
Yeah.
exciting. Very, very exciting. It's going to be amazing that the new Magic Page plugin, because it can generate pages and posts, and that's super wonderful for when you want to build a silo, and you want the pages to go out there. You'll be able to build them now so quickly from one page, as long as you put in loads of spun content into what you're doing. It's going to work really well.
Yeah.
And this is the key to the whole point of the Magic Page is when people say, what do you mean by evergreen? What evergreen means is you can just add more and more and more to the same page. And then you just regenerate the pages, and that content goes. As long as you're spinning the content, adding the X fields in, using the X fields from Daryl's form to make life a lot easier, to make the site quicker. And this is the exciting thing about it is, that we'll be able to start producing the templates even better than what they already are. Now, I've had a few messages about updating the templates club, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys on this, and that is I've known about the upgrade on Magic Page for a little while, and along with some tweaks that Daryl's done to the Magic form, I've been holding back on purpose. And the reason I've been holding back is with any change, with any plugin change, or as you know, Daryl, with your form, right? If you change one little thing, sometimes then 10 other things have to be changed as well. And what I want to make sure is that when the changes happen, that all the templates will still work 100% with the new version of the Magic Page plugin. And of course, I've been testing out the new boxes that you added to the Magic form. They work fine. There's no problems with that. So I'm going to start over the coming 2 weeks. We're going to start replacing the current themes in there for the upgraded versions. They're going to have the schema short codes all in there already. They're going to have the extra title, the extra description, and the images to work. So, Stephen, your camera's not. Oh, I know why. My camera's not so clear tonight. It may be. Bear with me. You don't want to see me too clearly, do you?
Yeah, that's a feature, Stephen. That's not a defect. I'm just kidding.
That's my face that's not that clear tonight. So let me know. I know it'll take a few seconds to update on the stream, but let me know if that's improved. If it hasn't, I'll nip off and put my makeup on. That's probably what it is.
I don't know if I can change. I would have to stop the live to change to full HD. I forgot to put HD on, so we're not as in high quality as we should be.
You can still hear us, can't you?
Yeah. What's that?
They can still hear us.
Yeah. So
you don't. Anyway, you don't really want to see two bald blokes.
Yeah. So a lot going on. We've got the new MPP somewhere on the horizon. Not sure when. I have some questions myself on how it's going to work with updates. For example, if you want to change a page and it's been statically generated, just like if you were to output to an HTML site or a dynamic backlinks builder site or whatever. What happens when you want to make a change? Obviously, the dynamic pages are nice for that. So it might be a drawback of the physical pages, but the performance and speed and the customizations that you can do, once these are static pages that you can manipulate after you do the batch run, is really cool. And in most situations, you're not going to need to overhaul a website all the time. I did see that there was some functionality to remove the pages in bulk, which other page builders that I've seen have sort of the same thing. But it would be kind of cool to see if there was some way to do any kind of like inserts like you can with webhooks, where you could say, okay, dynamically put this into all of these static pages. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think you could do that with like Short Coder. There's a thing called Short Coder. It's a plugin, and you could put a bunch of these Short Coder hooks inside the template. And then at a later point, if you want to go ahead and insert in, you know, a little blurb or something, or a special you're running or that kind of thing, you'd be able to insert it in that way. So I'm curious. I want to play around with it. I want to see what its capacities are, and see what can be done with it. And I'm sure you guys all want to get your hands on it as well. We're talking about the Magic Page plugin, version 6, I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
So what about you? What are you thinking about with it? What do you think it's going to give you an advantage or disadvantage?
Well, I got to see Mike using it, and if it's very similar, it's similar in a way to Page Generator Pro, but it's 1,000,000 times more powerful. That's the best way I can describe it. Right. So if you've generated, let's say, 500 pages, and you do an update, and you want it across all 500 pages. You hit a button and you tell it to overwrite the current 500 pages, and it keeps the entire structure and the whole lot identical. It just updates the pages. Yeah. So you'll have group number 1, which may be Birmingham plumbers, and then you'll have Bristol plumbers, and you'll want to update all the Birmingham plumbers pages, and you just click you do an update of the page, hit the edit update button, and it just overwrites the ones you want it to overwrite. So, I think that's how that is going to happen. To be honest,
I love the siloing with the category.
Oh yeah,
I love the categories siloing, and I love the fact that you can group things and put things as a title so that you can update just that group. I think that's a really cool feature. You know, just like with a lot of things, Mike and Martin always come up with really cool solutions to improve their softwares. And you know, as we saw so much happen with Magic Page over the last year or two, I think this is going to be revolutionary what this does. So I'm really excited about it. How about you guys?
Yeah.
How about you guys? You want to put in the comments? What are you excited about with the MPP version 6? What are you looking forward to? And what are you going to do first when you get it? Are you going to build a site? Are you going to play around? Go ahead and comment inside the Facebook group. We'll go ahead and post it on the screen here. We'd love to hear from you tonight. What you think you would do once you get your hands on that new software when it comes out. And we'll, of course, take your comments afterwards. We'll open up the guest line for you, just like we did last week. We got to hear from Tim Judge. That was nice to hear from him last week. So
it's always nice to hear from people,
really,
isn't it?
Very rewarding. Now, folks, I have a desire to get my own custom URL for YouTube. And the only way to do that is to have 100 subscribers. And we're right now at, I think, 71 or 75 or something like that. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and look up Mass Page Tools inside of YouTube, and then click on our channel and make sure you are subscribed. If you want to be notified, go ahead and click the notification bell on there as well. The drive is to try to get 100 users that are engaged, and we're slowly getting there. So we'd love to hear from you guys on there. All right. I have one Facebook user hasn't seen it. There, you want to go ahead and go into the group, Mike's group, or on his YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see what he previewed yesterday. Okay. Watch your videos first, LOL. Yeah. And we're gonna have as soon as this comes out, as soon as I can get my hands on it, we're gonna add it to the course that I'm gonna be teaching to the people that signed up last month. So we'll get that going with that. I'm in Mike's Friday training, so I'll be about building first site this week. Oh, cool. Awesome. I don't know that you have the new version of the software, but that's great that you're jumping right in and going for it. So this Facebook user is looking forward to siloing feature, but wondering how it will affect the network empire siloing. He actually, Mike actually worked with Matt to try to come up with how he could do this. I have a similar question: is how will this work with the import and export? Because if we have now a new category column that we can do a lot of things with, that's really encouraging, because we saw him convert the counties to a silo type of thing. It'll be really great to actually be able to import in. I could put some of Matt's fields in through my form, and then we could turn that into silos directly from the import. So when I talk to Mike later this week, I'm going to definitely say, hey, can we get that as an import column for the categories? I really think you guys are going to start to like posts, because posts have all those categories associated with them. And they also have feeds usually. If you use the feed, it'll send all that stuff out to, let's say you have an if this then that network. You could slowly feed these pages, because you can set how long between the creation, and I think that's going to be really powerful.
I did some tests a little while ago with Page Generator Pro, right, Magic Page plugin, and building a site. So Magic Page plugin was doing the dynamic pages, and so Page Generator Pro was doing the physical pages, and Magic Page plugin was doing the dynamic ones. And
oh wow,
this whole new feature, and it's going to be so good, right, that it's going to make Magic Page plugin the most powerful one out there. Seriously, the stuff Mike showed me last night was like, wow, I can't believe it. So yeah, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, because I think it's better to keep people in suspense with it a little bit, which is really exciting. Hello, Tim. I've just read your message. Yes, the demo of the directory site will be coming up this evening.
We're holding off a little bit for more people jump Tim, on. So we're just filling some space.
Tomorrow, yeah. I'll reach out to you tomorrow, Tim, with a link at some point in the day. It'll be in the afternoon, my time, with the WP Vivid file, where you'll be able to download it and test it and play around with it for me. I'll send it same as well to Darryl, and there's one other person in the group who reached out to me. I'm aiming to test it over the next few days with the guys, and then the idea then is to release it into the Lead Gen Magic Templates Club officially at some point near the end of the week. I just want to make sure it's reliable, which is why sometimes templates take longer to update, because we've got to test them and make sure they're all going to work for you.
Yeah.
So super exciting stuff coming up at the moment with it all, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. This Facebook user can't wait to learn about the MPP new releases. I have to open up Facebook so I can see who you guys are, because I am not getting you to come through. So, oh, that was Steve Dimmick. Okay, Steve joined us a week ago on here as well, 2 weeks ago. So that was great to see him on here. Join us during the guest round. We'll do a guest round later tonight.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we've talked a little bit about the MPP release. We chit-chat a little bit about your directory. Do you want to take over the screen, and we can go ahead and share your screen?
Yeah. I'll shut my Facebook feed down. We'll get some feedback on this, and we'll share the screen.
Okay. Nice.
Now, because this is still relatively new, you guys are going to have to bear with me because I'm still getting used to the product. Can you see my screen okay?
Not quite yet. We have to get it going here. Hold on a second. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Tonight, some reason keeps switching my headset back to the wrong headset. That's better. Right. Okay. Right. So this is going to be the new site. So far, there is a main front page here, and along with, in keeping with all the sort of directory stuff and to do with Magic Page plugin, this automatically will change when you enter in the details in Daryl's form for the company name. So what you want to be doing there on the company name is actually putting the location brackets in, so it will show up there. Phone number, that will change alongside that. Then we've got a search box all built onto the plugin itself, and these are actually built onto the templates, the plumbers, electricians, hairdressers. So if you want to change these, you'd need to edit the page inside Elementor and change the words and the little icons yourself if you want to. Then this displays here the free, mainly free, I think I've got a few more in there now, of the actual listings. It comes with some preloaded ones which you can leave or delete. And once again, then description body title 1, image to go with the description body, and also the text there as well. So all of this will change when you fill it in on Daryl's form. Same down here, there's an image that will show up. Now, these aren't showing up because I haven't actually loaded them from the template. But once you load them, there'll be an image here, the headline and the description body. These all match up accordingly from the Magic form. And of course, number 6 is there. Call to actions, they change as well. That's in there is the call to action shortcode. And also the link goes to the contact us page, which my dev is building as we speak.
I like that.
You can enter in a contact form there. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You'll embed your code into Daryl's into the Magic form, and that will come up on here. And then testimonials 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. What we haven't spun these because for some reason, and it's certainly not to do with the Magic form, it plays up when you spin testimonial 4. So if you went like 1, 3, and 6, and then 2, 4, and so on, when you get 3 of these spinning with number 4 in it, it messes up. So if any of you guys are ever working on the templates and on the earlier ones we spin them, just change the number 4 code to like 10, a higher one than before, and that corrects that. We're going to change them all so that we work for the time being until I know what's going on. As we upgrade all the templates, it's going to just skip past number 4. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and so on.
Just double check there's not a typo.
No, what I did was I copied on the earlier templates. I copied the entire code from the middle box on one of the previous templates over to the first box, and then just changed the numbers, and it did it again. So it's something not quite right there. But it's not the templates. It's not your form. It's just a little bug somewhere, which you get sometimes. So obviously, if you ever have a bug in WordPress, you find a workaround, and that's what I've done. Once again, here we've got the extra description body 7, and sorry, the headline, the actual description, and then a call to action. This image here doesn't change. This is a background image built on this one here. This one here will change when we update the info. I left it on there tonight just to show something on there. And then down the bottom, you've got the company logo, you've got the address, phone number, quick links. And in here, they're not showing at the moment. And the reason they're not showing is I haven't actually done an update. But when you add onto the Magic form the social media links, they will all appear here automatically. So that's the front end. Now what we're going to do is go and log in. Actually, I want to show you guys the categories section. Actually, so it's got a categories page, and again you can search, and then all the categories are here, and you can add more yourself. I can't remember how many more there is. That's the scrolly thing again, and the contact details at the bottom. So people will be able to go in here. These are preloaded, and you can change them however you want in the admin panel itself. And there's a lot involved with the admin panel. It's going to take me probably 2 to 3 days to do enough videos for you so anyone can understand the admin panel. If you go and have a look, it's a plugin called Directory Pro. And it's like I said, we got the GPL version, so it's license free. You don't have to buy anything with it, and so it's a case of playing around in the admin panel. I'm getting used to it myself, and I'm going to do some training to go with this one because there's a lot involved in the background to add. If you want to add a short code to do all this magic stuff, like the category section itself. If we go into there, so all this here is happening from a short code, and the same there. So we'll go and log in. Now on the login page, you've got the option to create an account on here, and it's nice and easy and as always, see, I've clicked on that and that didn't work for some reason. I know my dev's been working on it, so I'll log in. We'll sort out the actual page on here over the night. Right. Let's log in.
Do you need me to hide? Let me hide your page for a minute while you're doing it.
Well, you can if you want. I don't mind. No one's going to.
Okay.
No one can see the password, so.
Oh. We're good.
See if I remember the password to get in now. There we are. So in here, now I'm an admin, so I'm going to see a lot more than other people. But when you log in as a user, you will have the option. All you'll have here is it'll show your membership level, your listings, your current listings that you own, and you can basically create a new listing. And this interface is so nice because we just put a title. Plumber. You can put some text in here. And it's just like a proper WordPress editor. And then we can add some images. I do so much now for Mike Martin. He's got his own folder on my desktop. Look. And so even you have, Daryl. Placeholder images. And this is what, once again, this is where the new plugin that Daryl's released comes in, because you're able to upload the images and resize them, and all this information, this alt information and the title and the caption and all this is all pre-filled in for you. So you won't have to worry about that. I don't know who that handsome chap is there with that image next to it. So so we add that. You can add more than one image as well onto the system.
And so if you're a business owner and you have a listing, you'll only see your images, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And then as you come down here, now the settings in the admin panel, as people create their own posts, as an admin, you need to approve them. All right.
Okay.
When the person's logged in, they will not be able to approve them themselves. But then they'll pick the category they want to be in. I'll use the test category for now. They'd enter in an address in here. Well, if I had more, if I had loads of hours in the day, I'd fill this in properly. And obviously, you can enter in the longitude and latitude. Now, something we're testing, and I can't guarantee this will work yet, is if we can enter in any sort of Xfield codes in for this sort of data. But to be honest, if you get someone to fill this in themselves, because it's a directory site, they'll fill in what they want. But I've been playing around with it in one or two areas it works on. You can have a call button, email button, SMS button, all the way down here. So you can tick whether there's parking available, if it's a private garden. Oh, look, the plumber's got an indoor pool. Waiter service. You can add videos. You can put your YouTube video URL or Vimeo URL in here. Let's go and grab a YouTube URL and add it. It's a good little test to do live.
Valerie just asked, how are you thinking about monetizing these types of sites? Do you want to take that now or later?
Well, I will answer that in a little bit. Okay. And so let's go and can I grab our link?
Valerie always has great questions. She looks through things and comes up with things we miss all the time, and we really appreciate you in the community, Valerie.
Yeah. All right. I'll copy that video. I won't leave it up because it'll play out. So you're able to enter in a YouTube video there. You can add your social. They can have their social profile links on their own page, and then all the business information, business type, number of employees, etc. I won't go filling all of this in. Main products, main markets. If you want to put the total sales volume in there, their own opening times. And then, have they got any awards? If you believe that, you believe anything. And of course, you can come back into the library and select an image, and then save the post. Now, when they save the post, this will actually go into pending, and you'll get a notification where you'll then need to enable that post. Now, Valerie, I'll come back to your question. Right, in the admin panel, we can set up membership levels, right? And the idea is this membership level is free. If I come back into the dashboard, and I'll show you this setting in here. So under Directory Pro, we can go into, you got the option under settings to set up your payment gateways, which are Stripe and PayPal. I haven't got them enabled at the moment, but come down to, there we are, there's the payment gateways. So in here, you'd add your PayPal and your Stripe. You can have coupons to make things free, and under the package section is where we can create a new package, and we can go listing yearly £50. Initial payment is 50, and you can expire the package if you want to. You can make it recurring, so we can say in there, cycle 99 times, and you can put the number of days as well. You can leave that blank. And billing cycle limit, you could have 34 times, or you leave it on never. So it'll bill it 99 times in total. You can even go higher than that on this. I've had a little play around. You enable a trial period, and you can restrict the maximum number of posts they're allowed. So for that money, each year you could say, right, I only want you to be able to have 10 different listings or one. It's entirely up to you for that price. And then you tick these accordingly. So this directory will hide after the subscription has expired. They can add an event. They can add their own deals or coupons. They can add videos. They can add a VIP badge if they want, and can add a booking shortcode. So it's up to you on which ones of those are added. Now that package is saved, if I now come back to the main site, and we log in. And you'll now see under membership levels, we should see the various packages in theory. If we hit upgrade, and there's the listing £50 one. And it's this is set in the background to US dollars. You can change it to almost any currency in the background. And so they would hit upgrade, and if you've got your payment gateway all working, it would then ask you to check out. Obviously, I haven't got the token set up, so it's not going to do it. All right, but it takes you through PayPal, and there's going to be training put together on setting this up as well. So there's a lot involved with this to make sure it's all running smoothly and properly. Personally, at first, you want to be using these directory sites to actually be sort of more of a PBN than charge people. When you first build one, you don't want to be charging them, because you want people to be listing their sites on your directory.
Well, we've got a lot of questions that are coming in. I have a few questions I would like to ask as well.
Go ahead.
One is, can you import listings? Let's say, for instance, you get Leads Detective or another source for listings. Would you be able to bring them in wholesale so that you already have a populated directory for SEO?
The answer is yes, because I did it earlier myself with those ones.
That's great news.
So we got the demo option now. Bear with me, because I've completely forgotten where it was on this one. But there is a quick and easy way, and I may have to come back to that question because I've forgotten where the setting was. It
says import demo listing. Is that demo import?
So
is that it?
So that demo is the demo listings they supply.
Okay, so then it's import upload CSV file.
That's where it is. Yeah. So you can upload
upload the CSV. I see.
And then it pull it all in here. All right.
And so they have a sample CSV file, it looks like, so you could do that. So that is bananas. Awesome. That is really awesome, because if you've ever struggled with mass page to get significance with Google, add yourself a directory, and that solves that problem real quickly, because you're serving the public with more options. And because you have that short code in your mass pages, right, you could have some listings fired up right away. And I'm assuming with this directory software, you could claim listing, which if somebody finds their own listing on there, they can go ahead and claim it and sign up to your directory.
And those areas I'm still playing around with, because it's a plugin that I came across, and like I said, I wanted this to be a freebie plugin without people having to go and sign up and pay any extra money for it. So we've got the GPL license on it, And so there's a learning curve partly with me as well, because I tried over the week. I've tried 8 different plugins, and half of them broke the site. The moment we upload, even on a blank install of WordPress, they weren't working right, or you had to have a subscription to use them. So this one, it's out of the box, it just works. And there are some training videos online as well to help you with the actual plugin. That from the people who make it. I'm going to make a list of those, but I'm going to try and get a walkthrough done this week as well on how to use it, step-by-step guide, along with the 100 other videos I've got to do.
Now, so, what about hosting? Yeah. What about hosting? Will this work on shared hosting, on MPP hosting?
Yep.
What
I've tested it. I've got very cheap hosting that I use to send out test sites on. It's one that isn't reliable, and I mess around with it. I paid years ago. It was a lifetime deal, one of those ones, and amazingly, it's still going to this day. And so I chucked it on there. The server's slow. It's a bit rubbish, but it works fine. Then I tested it on Mike Martin's hosting, because he's got his own membership one and the Magic Page one. Works on both of those, and it works on the Lead Gen Magic one. And I've also tested on GoDaddy hosting as well, and it's fine on there.
Well, that's tremendous. Now, does this require you to pay a fee to upgrade to get most of the features, or is it already included in everything?
No. What you see here is what you get. I haven't found anything to pay to upgrade on.
Okay.
And if I do find anything, I will post a little video in our group to say so. But I've gone through all these various different areas here. Here's a category. You can create a new category under that section. City images. You can set city images. User settings. Terms and conditions. So I haven't found anything in here that can cause a problem. You can link up MailChimp as well to capture
what I
the
love
data.
About this,
and the cool thing about that they haven't got many. So I was going to say they haven't got many interactions for email lists. What you do, you sign up with a free MailChimp account, and then you use IFTTT to grab them out of MailChimp and into any other one you want. So you can still do it for free.
Yeah, that's true. What I love about this, Stephen, what you've done here, is that you have Magic Page in this install. You didn't have to open up a new directory for Magic Page and just did a separate site. This is included, so the short codes from the directory evenly goes right into inside your Magic Pages without any kind of issues. So that's what I really love about what you've worked on here.
It's been a hard slog, and me and my developer at times have been up long hours, late nights, going, why isn't this plugin working? And finally, he came across this one, and phoned me at about 7 in the morning one morning. Went, Steve, I found it. And so I got into my office and had a look, and I went, this is the one. And like I said, we've got to create the actual Magic Page itself. That won't take us long, and the contact us page as well. They're the only 2 pages left on this version to get done, which will be done hopefully. Me and my dev will get them finished tomorrow. It won't be tonight because by the time we finish, it's normally about midnight here. But it's going to be very easy to use. Like I said, when you update the Magic form, this changes, that changes. The menus are set to auto add any new pages that you include under the standard WordPress menu settings. And it's got a header and footer. This actually, I'll show on this as well, because some people can miss this. Under menus, we'll just get into the menu a minute. You've got the bottom menu and you've got the main menu, if you see. So the main menu is the top one I've shown you on the page, and the other one, if I just open up the page itself. So main menu is this one up here, and at the very bottom here, as I scroll down, is this menu here. So as you add to them, this will get longer, right?
Yeah.
So always think on the bottom menu, what are the main ones I want on there only to be added? The bottom menu will be set not. In fact, we're going to change this now because I just thought if you add with an update on Magic Page, you could end up with 1,000 pages all on the menus automatically. So we'll untick the box and you can add them manually. So normally that box there, sometimes I'll tick it so it'll automatically add anything new. But to add it, it's very easy in WordPress. You know, you want to add the thank you one, you just click to add to menu. Save menu, and it'll add it to the bottom structure. If we come back to here now and refresh, it'll be in there. There we go, the thank you page. So it's nice and easy. Just remember, if you go in, oh, it's not adding it to a menu, remember to select the right menu. It's so easily missed. I've done it myself in the past where I've been working on a site. And so that's why we've done 2 menus, top and bottom menus. So you can pick what links you want.
This is sweet.
Are there other questions? Any other questions in, Daryl?
Yeah, let's take this down for a minute and bring you and I up here. We're gonna hide that screen and bring us back. So let's talk about some of the questions that have come in. Somebody had asked, so the directory is not going to be niche specific. How do you answer that?
Right, okay. You can make it niche specific, right? So what you can do, you can go in, remove all the categories in the control panel, like I've shown you where they are, remove all of them and add your own, right? So, but the thing is, what you got to remember as well, a directory site is a directory site. So if you go to yale.com, right, are you just expecting to only see plumbers?
No, of course
not. If you go to Check a Trade in the UK, are you expecting to see electricians? You're not. Okay, and so you're better off creating a directory site properly, right? And if you're worried about, oh, where am I going to find people, just go to another directory site and grab the data in and stick it into yours and create 20 listings and leave it sat there. People will eventually find your directory site and add their own listing, which is why at first you make it free. And when that directory site becomes really, really popular and everyone wants to be on it, then you change it to a I want to be paid model. But you want to be using I think the directory sites as backlinks to your money sites. So what you do then is, if you're going to set a plumbing site up, you do a feature, right? You feature on that plugin, you can say this particular item is featured, and remember on the front page I showed you, you got the listings going across. They're featured listings, so you can feature all your own going back to your own sites that are then generating leads for clients. And that's how I would run it personally, is use it as sort of a stepping stone. People happen to find your directory site, they go and look for a plumber, your plumber's featured in that section, they click on your link thinking it's a plumber in that area, that then links through. And the bonus is, if you create multiple areas, different states or counties in the UK, you can end up with multiple listings on there using different phone numbers of your own, all coming back to the same site. You just change the Magic Page link. And so I think that's the way forward with these directory sites. Use them as make them a Yale site. Once you've built one, you can clone it, right? And if you put in spun content properly and you've set it up in the right way, you will find that you could set 100 of these up, change the images each time using Daryl's form. It'll be boom, boom, boom. You've got lots of them out there, and companies will go in. You'll find eventually you'll start getting people registering on your site, and you'll point all the email accounts so they direct to one email account, so you get a notification, and then go in and approve it. Once you've got a few thousand people on there, you'll be laughing.
Speaking of laughing, Jeff Green says it's like we split the atom and found both halves. Simply awesome.
Thank you, Jeff.
Going a little physics on us there, a little cosmology joke there, I guess. Oh, physics.
I've been so excited this week with this directory site, seriously, and with the updates on Magic Page itself. you think that you end up with a multi-location directory site. So the front page, the bit I've shown you with where people will see the listings, they will show up, and I think it may get clever enough to be able to work out in the future location basis. I've got to play around with it. I've got a strange feeling that if it knows someone's looking for a particular area, it may show listings from that area, but I've got to test it.
Now, do you have control over the listing layout? For example, could you, if let's say, for instance, you're uploading listings, could you not have their websites? Because we don't want a lot of external links coming out of the website. So is it better to maybe, if there's a way to just have phone numbers and addresses for the listings that are uploaded in, and then for your company, obviously you'll have the featured listing and banner ads all throughout the website, correct?
Yeah. What you can do, in the background of the thing under settings, there's a tab called listing fields, and you can go in there and untick. So if say show contact info, no. Show social profiles, no. Right. So you can untick all these. You can hide the information completely, and that will not show up. I'm just looking quickly because I can't see. Claim the listing can be shown. I'm just looking for the web address option, and it may be that I'm going to have to do a bit more searching on this to see if there's a way. I think there might be a way. You can delete the business type, main products. You can remove some of these anymore, and you can add in the fields. You can add more as well. So nice. I'm fairly certain that you can add the company URL or not. And I will have a little play around with that. And in the week, I'll do a video in our group to show those details a bit more.
So how do you get the listings into CSV
so
file?
With the CSV file, there's a demo CSV file that we showed a moment ago. You download that, and then what you do then is you just copy and paste in the data to match the columns, and then pull it back into the listing directory. That's the best way to do it, to be honest. It depends how many you want to put in. The thing to remember is you want if it was me building one of these, I would build a directory for like I live in the county called Somerset in the UK, so I'd build a directory for Somerset, and I would then put listings related to Somerset in that one. Then I'll build another one for Cornwall and another one for Devon. That's how I would probably do it, because then it's a local business directory for that area. And it means you can have far better control, and it's actually easier then to add various local businesses and then message them to say they've got to please check your listing and claim the listing, and that's easy. I think that's the best way to do it.
Will this be compatible, do you feel, with the new MPP?
Absolutely. And I've said this at the start of this, the templates club, I've been holding back on updating all the current templates and adding the new ones with the release of the latest version of Magic Page plugin. Now, I've seen Mike's demoed it to me personally, and it's absolutely blooming amazing. And the only real difference is the fact that currently it builds dynamic pages on the fly. So as people go to that link, it generates the page. With the new version, it's generating the physical pages. So there's not a lot of difference in it. But like I said, at the moment, while the current templates are working, I want to test this. I want to test out the templates with the new version as soon as I've got my hands on it. There's still a couple of bugs in it. What you remember with this is a massive plugin, and so as they change one thing, there's a bunch of other things that can stop working, and then the developer that works with Mike is amazing, and he fixes all those things. We then test it out, and they go, oh, hello, this is now wrong. Right, we'll fix that, but now that's broken that. And so as soon as it is ready, and I know it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. As soon as that is ready, then I will very quickly release all the other templates back in. I'm going to update some of them this week anyway, because I know people have been wanting to get the schema in and the new fields in as well, Daryl. So we'll get a few of them updated over the next 2 weeks, and as soon as the new plugins out, then boom, we're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think the one challenge that we may run into is the permalink structure for the new MPP does make pages, so you're going to have to kind of control the permalink structure to make sure you don't overstomp something that the directory is using as far as the what permalink structure the directory uses. So that's just one area that I could see, but otherwise it does make sense that it should be pretty compatible. Santosh had a question. Does this have SEO fields and parameters like meta tags and descriptions and stuff for the listings?
Now, I'm just going to go and check something because I know
I don't have your screen anymore. I don't have your screen anymore. So
let me share again. Can we just? Oh, hang on. Let me share again, and then we can go. We can bring it up and share. Oh, click share. Right. So you let me know when you can see it, Daryl.
Okay.
And when it's live, because if I have the studio open, because I've only got one screen at the moment set up, you'll get all that lovely feedback and a million of us.
You're good to go.
Cool. Right. So under the directories, we've got all the listing items in here. Now this is the admin panel, obviously that someone would see. So if you add, I haven't put a plugin on here yet, and in fact we could do this live in a minute. But what we can do is hit the edit button. And let me see what this brings us into. So I would say you could add SEO. If you look here, it's got the address listed on the page anyway. So I would say you wouldn't have to worry too much because Google's going to pick this up all the way down.
Well, could you do one thing? Is there a description in here where you could throw some fake text and then we could view source on that listing?
Yeah. It's got text in there already. Where do we want to?
Just where's the description of the listing? Like where's the text for the listing?
Oh, that's up here. Text. The body text is here. Yeah.
All right. So type right. Hello something whatever, and then what we want to do is save this and find this local plumber listing or view as listing or whatever. And then do view source inside your browser and see if that title and description comes up.
Yeah,
I think that's what Santosh is asking. Is does it have the meta fields and can you control them?
You view page source or inspect it, Daryl.
Just view source. View source. Okay. And then look at the top section. So it looks like I'm having a hard time seeing your screen, but look at the very top. The meta.
1 minute.
It's pretty blurry on this. Oh, good. Okay. So we're looking
zooming in too far now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now the only thing I haven't added to that page, right? What we can do, if I come out a minute, is to go and add all-in-one SEO plugin and see if that'll add the data, because I didn't see anything in there. I'm just looking at the top. I haven't got an SEO.
You need something that makes an excerpt, basically, from the description.
Let's go and add a plugin live and see what it does.
Okay. Are you sure that's the same listing you have something in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Walter McRae was asking, can we set up a pricing page that shows what they get for a free listing? And if they choose to purchase a premium listing, this would include their logo, video, custom coupons, etc.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I'm adding a pricing table page myself.
okay. In the
So
template?
yeah. So
Okay.
there's a short code where you can create a page. I'm going to create a page, pricing table page, and that'll be in the template as well. So I can show you.
So you're gonna
if we go into
distribute this as a WP Vivid file, correct?
yeah,
I'm sorry to
absolutely
interrupt.
ready built. Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone's not wants to set something up, right, down here we've got various short codes for showing the featured listings. You can do all listings, carousel, and under where is it to? I can't remember where it was now. There's an option for, maybe it was on here, listing but search bar, carousel, all listings. Let's check. Oh, also under settings, you can see here you can hide categories. So you can remove these as well out here. There's tons of, there's so much in here.
Yeah,
you can run a cron
cool.
job for updating. There is a lot involved in it, and some of it's going to come down to people. I'll try and find some online videos to do with the plugin myself, to direct people to. But it's for me, it's the first directory site that I've sat down and worked out with my dev on building this. You can have the listing URL. You can change that to a custom one. So where was the text? A minute, I've got to remember where it was. I know on here somewhere that there's some text which you can create a pricing table. It may actually be. I'll tell you what it might be. It might be under the packages.
It's a short code.
Yeah, here we are. So the short code, that's your pricing table short code. So we're going to add that onto a page. In fact, I can show you it. Let's go to pages, add new, and we'll add it, and you can see it running.
So guys, a lot of this setup is going to be done by Steven already. When you get that WP Vivid file, it's going to have a lot of this stuff already set up to just save you so much time. Now, if somebody wants to change the colors of their pages and of the directory, is it possible to do, if they wanted to do that themselves, or do you plan to have multiple color sets?
I will show you how to do that in a moment.
Okay.
There is plans afoot over the coming months, not straight away, where we will add additional pages. So there'll be the same pages but different colors. But the thing is you've got to remember the magic page is a single page. So sometimes having it all under one thing is a bit more difficult. It may be that we create different color versions of them, like a blue, green. But I'll show you in a moment how to change the colors yourself on any of the pages, which is probably the better thing to do at first. Let's go to.
Let's first do that. Yeah, insert that short code.
So I found as well, just to say, right, using the text editor works better than using the short code one for some reason. I don't know why, but we'll add that in here. And then we'll go and view the page.
There you go.
And that's how it looks.
Yeah. So a little bit of CSS, you could style that yourself. If you're able to do CSS, you could change the button colors and all that stuff.
Yeah, and there may be a setting again inside somewhere that you can change. You can change this yourself, but I've got to play around with it yet. So if I now go to the home page, just let this load a minute, and you can edit this with Elementor. This is an orange theme, But what you a very quick way of changing. We're setting this up with global colors. I had this earlier, and I can't remember what I did to fix it. Have you ever had this, Daryl?
Where you get that's a Elementor issue. What did I do? Do you have to clear cache or something? Try that and see. Do you have caching on?
I don't think so. I tried opening this in the incognito window, which would have cleared it, and I had this problem earlier. New incognito window. It's done it on a few things, and it's been driving me a bit mad. So if someone knows how to fix that error, it'd be really helpful for me, because I've spent some hours on it.
Hey, thanks guys for hanging in there with us tonight. Yeah. Going through the directory template that Stephen's been working hard on this week. We're going to have a chance for you to join us on our guest line coming up.
Let's try and edit this again. If this errors, I have a way around it. I've got this saved as a template, and I can just create a new page. It's been Elementor had an update, and it's been throwing wobblies. There, see.
Yeah, darn it.
I'm going to message Elementor and find out why that is, because I've had it a few times.
You'll get a message back in 8 days. They'll say,
I will find a solution.
Yeah,
I think my dev might know how to fix this, but I mean, what I did earlier, and I change everything as I go along automatically. I use all-in-one SEO, all-in-one migration, just to do backups, and then WP Vivid will be the final version. So what we'll do to get around this for now, I love it when it does the mic, is we'll create a new page, because this is how I got around the problem before. Publish. And we'll pull the page back in quickly so I can show this. Hopefully, the final version that gets released near the end of the week of this will be the version that you can edit, and Elementor won't mess up. So I've got to find out what the deal is with that. It could be something as simple as the PHP version of WordPress, maybe. Right. So, and when you get this as well, you'll have it'll be labeled properly as home page, for an example. So you'll have a copy of the template page actually in here. Just let it finish a moment. So on here, there's I'm going to have to remind myself again where the global colors are in a minute when it's finished whirring around. You love it when it goes slow. Let's do an update to save it. So if you want to change, the way I found on here, you want to change a section, you can click on these here, and under style, you've got the colors to just change the individual sections here. So we can change it to any of these colors. You want a blue version, like that. But this picture here that's on here is automatically that color, but then you'd want to go into these and change the text field. There is a way, and it's so late here, I've completely forgotten, of changing the global colors, because you can
yeah, because your primary is set. Yeah, so you go into there's got to be global settings. Yeah,
maybe it's in here.
It can be under customizer.
under. Is it under style on here? Is it, or is it there?
Yeah, try that.
Let's try this a minute. That's not doing much. If not, I will find out. I always love to find these things out. I'll find out how to do it, and I'll do a video on it.
Yeah.
There must be a quick, because these colours here, all the global colours. That's how we set these up every time now. So we use the global colours throughout, and then somewhere in Elementor is the way of changing the global colours. So the whole site changes on everywhere.
So you would just change the colors inside the directory to match that, and you've got a whole different looking color scheme.
So I will find out properly. I will ask Mr. Keith Best, because he's my main go-to man, who I phone up and I go, how do I change the global colours in Elementor? And he shows me. Yeah. But if you want, by the time this releases, I'll make sure there's a few videos available in the members area on doing these bits and pieces. So, we will get there. And like I said, there's probably some. If there's any comments in at the moment, there might be someone saying, "Oh, you do it here," but yeah.
So Valerie asked about changing the colors of the top bar, footer, menu bar. Is that a theme controlled thing, or is that
that is done? Wait a minute. Let's save that. A minute. It's a theme. It's in the background, and bear with me while this just updates. We go to dashboard.
Great. We're watching your screen now.
The header and footer are the header and footer themselves, from what I remember, are done on the WordPress settings. So if I just find it a moment, and I think it's under appearance, if I remember right, because I was messing around with it earlier. Customize, I think. And once again, if I get this wrong tonight, I will find out properly where it is. But it's I'm sure it's in here. It's not. I'll come back. There's a color option on here somewhere. Background colors. Oh, here we are. Header bar.
So
let's see if it changed. It's not background sticky color. Let's pick a different. Let's see if that changes. And if it doesn't, I will find a way of doing it.
Okay.
I would have thought that would have changed.
Is the directory a plugin, or is it a theme?
This here is a theme, right? But the main menus were controlled within this section here. Now it could be. Let's just come back out a minute. It could be in the theme. So let's just come back out and have a look. Appearance. See, there's no. The theme itself.
Yeah. What is the theme?
Is LT Finex.
Okay.
I want to be customized. I'm sure it's just
so
works
with
the WordPress.
Yeah, the customizer should handle it then.
I will find where we change that.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been in here.
Definitely background colors. Can you go back to background colors?
I wonder if that one there will change it.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and I will do a video, because it's got to be one. I would have thought the header bar there would have changed it.
Yeah. No. Ted Wasco said maybe try to click Control F and find in the source code. I am a plumber in Somerset. Inside the source code. I don't know if that's something that you've thought of doing.
No, let's do that, shall we?
Yeah. Tim was saying maybe you have to hit publish. There you go. So that is the paragraph.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we're looking for is the meta for the description. So is there only one instance of that?
Yeah, that's at the top. So that may not be being pulled in because I haven't set. I was in the middle. That's what I was in the middle of doing before it all went badly wrong. I will, because I've got a copy of this, but I want to make sure I back it up before I play around with all the colours.
Yeah.
So I will do another install of it, fresh install onto another WordPress, and play around with the colours and do a video in the week on it. So we will find out where it is and we'll add that. So all-in-one SEO is here. So in theory,
I took you out. Let me get you back on here.
I'm going to look at all items under the directories, and we'll edit this first one again, and we'll have a look because I haven't got any information. Let's add the title, local plumber, mind. Let's go and check what it's adding because I haven't refreshed the page yet. And I'm hoping to see. Right, all-in-one SEO. So it's added local plumber there, and some tags, meta description, directory content. So let's come back and refresh now, and let's see what happens with the metadata if it's added it or not. Let's do a search for plumber or local. Let's see. Local. Oh, title, local plumber.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, title, local plumber. And where about description? It says, hello, I'm a plumber. So it did work with all-in-one SEO.
Yeah.
It worked great. Awesome. So you just need an SEO plugin. So that's great.
Yeah. All-in-one SEO plugin or the thing is, I've stopped using Yoast because I had some major problems with it interfering with Elementor. So all-in-one SEO is great. What's the one you use, Daryl?
Well, right now I'm in between SEO plugins because all-in-one SEO is not working well with Magic Page plugin. However, with the new version of Magic Page plugin being real pages, I don't think it's going to be as much of an issue. Yeah. I'm not sure, just because the X fields and location and the spin text stopped working as well, and so we're trying to figure out a solution. That's why we talked about Project Supremacy or some other tool, but none of them that I've found. And folks, if you found a solution for SEO that's working well with the X fields, let me know, because I do need to change my mind, and we need to let other people know which ones you're using. So not sure why they made that change. But.
Anyway, on here, basically, I was briefly talking earlier on about the settings and how you can, and I'm going to play around with this myself. You can do the default listing view, so you can do a list, grid. So all this can be changed in here and played around. Listing order random. You can untick things like I don't want to show the categories or city, zip code, country, reviews. So there are loads of options in here that I'm still obviously getting used to. You can hide the map, opening times, and I'm sure if I search hard enough, there's probably an option to hide the URL of the company who's signed up as well. So, but this has been by far one of the best plugins I've come across. It's like I said, it's called Directories Pro. Directory Pro. Not Directory Pro. There's there are different plugins out there. I don't mind sharing this because anyone who'd be downloading this would see the plugins anyway, so it's not a problem. So I tried Directories Pro, and it crashed the site. So this one here is the one we want. If I go to the plugin site, I'll show people that in case you ever want to build your own. It's in WordPress anyway. If you search for Directory Pro, it does come up.
Okay.
And when it loads eventually, if their site's still running, that is. Oh, look, eplugin.com.
Yeah,
That's good, isn't it?
coming.
Site can't be reached. So anyway, so shall I come back to me on here and stop sharing?
Yep, we can do that. Turn that off.
Share it.
So there you go, guys. As promised, we would have a theme that you could work with Mass Page Tools form into a directory. And good job. My hat's off to you there, Stephen. Nicely done. Good demo.
Well, it's been fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's but we're getting there with it. I honestly don't know what support is with the plugin itself, but what I do know is it works, and I've had no issues with it. And as we find more and more various directory plugins that are reliable, then we'll build other versions. Unfortunately, a lot of them are paid plugins, and this is the thing this is the way you got to look at it. When you're paying for something monthly, it's going to be looked after, and that's the thing you got to remember. So the plugin itself will probably work for months, years, a long time. But to remember, I clicked on the visit plugin site and the site's down, so I can't guarantee if they're going to update that plugin in the future or not. There's no guarantees with that. So I am going to. Me and Dale talked last week about a paid plugin that is available. We're looking, and I'm going to have a look at playing with that one and building a theme based on that as well. So you'll get you'll say this version, it'll say free plugin, and then you'll see one which will say you need to pay for the plugin. It's entirely your choice then whether you want a free directory plugin or a paid one.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
thank you for the nice comments as well, guys.
Yeah, I don't know why we have such a delay. We have a delay tonight between our communication, so it's if somebody's internet broadband's not so good, it could be mine too. So
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip the Siphon updates. We're gonna wait until next week to do that. Is there anything else that you need to present tonight before we open up the time for guests to join?
No, let's get the guests on. If anyone wants to ask any questions, please do. And it will be, for those who want to know, there's 3 people, like I said, I've got in mind to test this out for me. And tomorrow, I'm aiming by the end of tomorrow, my dev will finish a few bits on it for me. And then I can zip it up into WP Vivid. And then the guys who I've said yes to will get a copy early. I know they'll go off and test it and prat around with it and break it for me, and then we can make sure it's reliable. And then by the end of the week, I'm hoping to have it in leadgenmagic.com's membership area.
Nice.
There's another
awesome.
What's that other comment that come up now? Steve, this is a great start. If we wanted to send a wish list of items for the directory site, what's the best way to do that? The best way would be, I should really set a page up or something to do that. What I would do is send an email to support@leadgenmagic.com. I will make sure that email goes into the chat at the end of this. Later on, if I could probably type it in now a minute and send it to you, Dawes, you can share it.
I'm just typing them right into the platforms themselves, but we don't have access to. I don't have access to your page.
Oh, I must do that. Add you to my page. So I'll send on host chat, Daryl, the email address. You can also under this video tag my name on Facebook. So use the Facebook version with the Mass.page group and tag my name in there under this video saying this is what we would like. The way it's going to work, I can't guarantee to add every single feature that everyone asks for. If I had 50 people ask me for features, I have to pick the best one. So it's going to come down to the amount of people asking for a particular feature. If it's a feature that I think is beneficial, you know, an individual feature is beneficial to everybody, then we'll look at getting it added. But the main idea that I said, you want to keep these super simple anyway. You want to be building these so then you can feature all your other money sites, right, to drive traffic to. So when someone comes across, you know, one of my sites is 90x90. It's a test site, 90x90.com, I think it is. If that was a directory site and someone found a bunch of listings by mistake and all the featured ones were mine, who are they going to call?
Right,
You know?
right.
And so that's the way you that's the way you got to look at these as well.
Yeah, I think that
So,
I mean, obviously you're going to feature your own, and you know you'll allow somebody to pay $50 to update theirs to a featured listing, and that there's a little bit of a revenue generation from that you could get. But more importantly, it gives reason for Google to put you in the top 3 positions because of the fact that you are also sharing the wealth with other businesses. So, and it gives you a variety of different pages. One of the dilemmas you have with mass page creation is that a lot of the pages are pretty much the same structure. And so it's best to kind of have like some other content, whether that's an e-commerce store, whether that's, you know, this kind of a blog or a directory or that kind of thing to go along with it. It makes a whole lot of sense. And no wonder there's a lot of people interested in having directories alongside their mass pages. So it's definitely a welcome thing.
Yeah. Now, something I wanted to add as well, this directory site, there is not a generic version. What I mean by that is there's not a version made without the X field. So in the templates club, you see the standard ones that Mike's releasing. And we've added some of those to be WP Vivid versions. So what that means is if you're in the boot camp for Mike and you go, I want to install one of these sites to follow the boot camp, if you're a member of Lead Gen Magic, the basic templates that are there are the ones without the X field. So you can simply take a WP Vivid file, install WordPress, upload WP Vivid plugin, do a restore of the file, and all the pages and menus are built for you. That's the idea of that. Then in the main template section are the ones with all the X fields that work with the magic form. So there are 2 versions now. With the directory site, because it's doing a lot more, and it's really, to be honest, for people who are more advanced and forward throughout the years, with throughout the time they've been with us on the magic form and magic page. Though these templates are more for those people where you understand the process. That's why the boot camp's there. If you can get on the boot camp and learn what the X fields are doing and what the whole lot's doing, it's far better, because then you take one of my templates, you upload it, and you go, you know what, I can add this to it, I can add that to it, I can make it, I can improve it, I can make it for me. If you don't understand what the X fields are doing, right, there's no benefit to having them apart from it could build you a site using Darrell's form super fast, which is what we're working towards. And as the new templates come out, we're going to have more and more in there. But I still think it's a benefit to understand what the X fields are doing, so you can add your own and take some of the extra bits from Darrell's form and put them in.
Yeah, I think it works very well to have the easy button, but also to know how to tweak it to make it to suit what you want. In the end, the more you learn, like I was talking to my son, he has an assignment in his computer class to make video games, like little simple games with a programming language called Scratch. And so we were going through, he was having an issue with one part, and because it's open source, you can kind of take a look at other games and you can see how the code was written for those things. And that's how I've learned HTML over the years. That's how other people learn different things, is to take it apart. So, I mean, just taking apart Steven's templates and seeing all the codes, all the X fields and all the work that he put into all of that, it gives you ideas on how you can move that one around, or you can change that or whatever. So I encourage people to take my template for sure and take it apart and see how it works, and how you can use it yourself to place content where you want it to go. So that's the whole goal. Well, guys, it doesn't look like we have anybody taking us up on the guest last call for jumping on as a guest tonight. Thank you, guys. We had a great turnout tonight. We really appreciate that. I have to give credit to Stephen for bringing to us this directory. And now, anytime this week, do you think that you might have a coupon or an offer or anything like that to put in our group, so that if you haven't already gotten the monthly service for your templates, do you think when you unveil this directory, you might be able to do some kind of discount? I'm bringing this up without asking you.
Yeah, absolutely, Darryl. I will be very kind, right? If you go to leadgenmagic.com, I think the cheapest deal is currently $27. You and I will have a chat in the week, and we will sort out a really good discount for anyone who's watched this.
Okay.
And we will post the link. This is what we'll do, right? The code I will make sure is Darryl50, right?
Okay.
And that's going to be the code I will use. So you have to watch this video to get the coupon code. When we do the sales page later on in the week, for those that haven't got the Templates Club, we will post the link in to go and sign up, and then you'll be able to enter the coupon code. You have to watch this video to remember that. So make a note if you haven't got the Templates Club. Then and I know Lead Gen Magic. The way it works is Mass Page is Darryl, Lead Gen Magic is me, Magic Page is Mike. That's the way to remember it. And they are 3 separate products, totally separate, but we all work together because of what the products do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes sense, doesn't it?
Makes sense to me. Yeah. So, we're all working together to try to, keep improving all of our products along the way. It's almost like how Windows works with, let's say, Adobe, and then Adobe has plugins that come from other companies as well to work with Adobe. So that's just kind of how it all works. So, well, guys, thank you so much for taking your time out of a Sunday evening to spend some time with us tonight. I think we're gonna put a bookmark here for tonight.
Thank you, guys.
I think next time I'll make sure I hit that HD so it's a little bit clearer. So, don't forget, if you haven't already done so, find us on YouTube and go ahead and like and subscribe and notify and all that kind of stuff, because we're looking to try to get over 100 subscribers so I can actually get my title on the channel as well. So I was looking forward to doing that.
I've been in and liked and subscribed already. So you've had one more added.
We went up 4 subscribers today, so I'm happy about that. But if you're watching one of these replays, go ahead and go to YouTube, type in Mass Page Software and Consulting. You'll find our page. Go ahead and just subscribe, like a video or two, and if you want to help us get to 100 users or subscribers, we would love that. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. You guys have a wonderful week ahead, and we will talk with you inside of the Facebook group. If you're not already in our Facebook, it is facebook.com/groups/mass.page. I'm sorry, mass page. So let me go ahead and I'll put this in the in here so that you guys can see it. If you
And every Sunday we're doing this, and at the end, and just take a note of that, go.ht/guest. If you want to come on at any time at the end of when we've shown something, or you got questions to do with the Magic form or the Templates Club that I run, you know, or even Magic Page, because me and Darryl, we use the Magic Page plugin.
Yep.
This is your opportunity to pop on live and come and say hello, you know, and you know, and go, oh, I'm interested. So it's always a good thing to do, and we love hearing from you guys. And like I said, when the template is added to the Templates Club, I will make sure it's posted in the Mass.page group and my own group as well.
Awesome.
So
Andrew liked and subscribed. Thank you. And if you guys don't have any of the things that we've talked about, just go to mass.page/recommendations. It'll get you over to Mike's site for Magic Page plugin, Lead Simplify, Mentorprise, any of the things that we kind of talked about here on this channel. So love to have you check that out. And I guess that's it. Thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. It's been good fun, and it's nice because when you demo a product itself, so many things can go wrong. And tonight, for once, it didn't really. We had that minor thing with Elementor, which I knew how to get around anyway, and I'm going to find out how to fix that myself. And once I know how to fix it, I'll do a video showing people how to fix it, so then they know, because it's a really weird bug within Elementor. But, you know, the thing you'll remember as well with WordPress is a product of its own. Plugins are the product of their own. I always try not to have too many plugins on there. It could be one of my plugins is conflicting.
Well, you have a lot of
deactivated
plugins in that installation. So you might want to start there and just get those cleaned up a bit, maybe.
Exactly what I'm going to do. And I love WP Vivid because you can tick a box to remove any unused images and it clears them out. I love that feature as well.
That's really great.
So, a lot of great products out there. And guys, you got any questions, you're welcome to drop me an email. You won't get a response tonight because I'm going to bed in about 10 minutes. I'm knackered. But support@leadgenmagic.com. You can message me there, or comment on this video. Go to the Facebook group, the Mass.page Facebook group, and tag me under this video because I will get to see them. Don't do it on YouTube because I won't get to see the messages, but on Facebook I will get to see the messages, and I will gladly, when I get a spare moment, reply to every single one of them if you've got any questions.
Awesome. All right, terrific. Guys, thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful week ahead, and thanks for joining us tonight.